And welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about
whatever we want.
And we've got Don with us here today, which means we got questions.
Don is a special man in the military, which is the Marine branch of the Marine Rangers.
So imagine the military.
Raiders.
Imagine all the branches of the military. It goes all the way up here. Don's like right in here.
Yep.
Somewhere there. Fucking deal.
That's a big deal.
That's a big fucking deal.
Job for being, you know, like right.
Yeah.
All of you motherfuckers playing Counter-Strike, you wish you were doing Don's job.
Yep.
Yeah, long time ago.
So recently, Don, he did this 5-mile underwater like rock run thing, which I thought was super cool. I just
You
wanted,
did
I
that?
just wanted you to share the story.
5
It's sick,
miles,
yeah.
bro.
Like what inspired it? What made you guys choose that as a challenge?
And who invented it?
Wait, you did that thing in Hawaii where you carry the rock and you run under?
Yeah.
I did it, but not 5 miles.
And you did it with the seal, right?
Yeah, I did it with my friend Karj Larson.
The whole time when you're doing it, we're like, I gotta fucking beat this guy. I gotta make sure that it's a seal doesn't.
I mean, it started like that, but then it was just like, oh, help me out, dude, I'm gonna die.
That's called survival.
Wait, you do it together as a relay or you do it against each other?
No, we did it together, like helping each other out. So we did like 2.5 miles each.
So how'd you guys do it? Because when you told me, you said the whole thing took like 6 hours, and then like your fingers and body starts getting cold because you're underwater for that long.
Yeah.
I'm like, what inspired you to do it, and why did you do it, and why did you guys choose that length and all of that?
So it was
Because
for.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, well, like, why were you walking 5 miles underwater? But number one, it was for this company that 10,000 that I work with. They had this thing once a month called the Feat of Strength. So they're trying to show that average guys can do really cool stuff.
But you guys aren't average though.
Yeah,
That
you
makes
guys
sense.
are not
6 miles rock running? That's not average, dude.
But that's the kind of purpose.
You guys
of, like,
just did
hey,
this
You're saying a raider and a seal to do average people stuff.
Because I'll
No,
tell
it was
you, I'll
hard,
tell you,
yeah.
I guess I'm kind of average, right? But then when I did the rock run, I did it twice from basically this distance to that wall. Back and forth, and I was done, bro. Because the thing is, you can't just hold it and run. You have to hold it, and then your breath runs out. So you drop it, and you swim back up, you get air, and then you swim back down. By the time you get the rock again, you gotta go back because you need more fucking air. And you go back down, you get 2 steps, and then you get back up, and it's like fucking bitch,
I'm just glad real people did this shit, not fucking weird freaks.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about breath control, you know.
So
it's
5
mental.
1 mile would take me probably 10 hours.
Yeah.
But it is breath control. That's crazy.
So when you would get the rock and you would start running, how long, like time duration, were you able to run until you had to get more breath?
Yeah, so we started off trying to do 50-meter legs. But
50 meter, by the way, is like the length of half a football field. They're trying to do that in one breath.
And if you're a wide receiver, you get there in like, I don't know, a second. Just like some for context.
How far can
a
you
40, they run in like 4 seconds.
They're not Superman.
Not that fast.
Hey, edit that out real quick. Edit that out.
go? You guys did this in the ocean? Because the hardest thing was timing the currents. Because when I'm down there, I realized that if I don't time the currents right, I'm running and I'm not moving.
Oh yeah.
So I'm taking 4 steps and I'm like running out of air and I'm like, I'm not fucking moving. And then you take 1 step and then you go whoosh, and then you gotta get up and get air.
Yeah, we did it parallel to the shore, so it was just like ripping us back and forth.
I was just doing this.
Yeah, dude.
But it felt like from here to the wall, right?
Yeah.
For real. But when you catch a current though, that shit pushes you and you don't have to do no work.
Yeah. True.
But it's ridiculous, man.
They also train like that. Maybe you could share about some of your business, but they'll like run with dumbbells underwater in a pool. So
Yeah,
they
so
train for stuff like that too.
Exactly. So that's where the inspiration came from for the event. Like, hey, what can we do to showcase some of the stuff I do for my company, which is Deep End Fitness, as well as like do something extremely challenging for people to do, make it look cool, wear the shorts, pretty much.
Would I be a bitch if I had an air tank in there and I was running?
Yeah. And it'd be useless. Like, that wouldn't be that cool.
That's bitch mode.
That wouldn't be that cool. Because I guarantee you that even with me with the air tank holding the rock, you guys will still pass my ass up.
Would I be a bitch if I was down there and I was like on a bicycle?
Like a water bike?
Water bike.
Water bike.
Like a regular bike.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not that bitchy at all.
Thank you.
I think that's cool, bro. I got
Fuck yeah, dude.
you.
Would I be a bitch if I was down there, but I'm quitting, but you can't really hear that I'm quitting?
You'll die because you'll drown.
I see. Thank you. Okay.
But if you die, you're not a bitch. You'll get like a medal of bitchness, I guess.
Or not.
Because you didn't put out. I mean, you put out all the way. You know what I mean? You didn't come back up. Yeah.
See.
How long can you hold your breath for?
I'm
3
trying to
minutes
go-
and 37 seconds. I just guessed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to do 4 minutes, but we'll see.
4 minutes?
That's a long
The
fucking time.
most I've ever been able to do is 90 seconds.
Dude, my grandpa, who by the way,
Underwater?
Yeah, but now I could only do like 40.
my grandpa was a lieutenant colonel in the Marines. He got drunk during bobbing for apples, and he held his breath for 4.5 minutes. So, I think he got some.
Bobbing apples?
I don't know about your time that the wide receiver can make it halfway across in 1 second.
My grandpa held his breath for 14 days straight.
I said 4.5 minutes, but
I was watching this one documentary on like Filipino like divers.
Oh, they're good.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
They could hold their breath for 5 minutes and they're just in there, just like like getting oysters or whatever.
And that one dude enters the competition and he nearly like passes out going back up.
Yeah.
dude, Tom Cruise doing like the fifth Mission Impossible movie? I don't know. I lost track. But he had to hold his breath for like 5 minutes between takes or whatever, or during.
Is amazing.
Yeah, but he was also breathing pure oxygen before.
And he's also 4 feet tall, am I right?
That's true.
So
I guess I'll feel better.
Wait. You say breathing pure oxygen? Like they were giving him the pure oxygen take in order to like activate
So your
his...
body's like
Hyperoxygenate the
what?
No, it's still
When you,
impressive, for sure.
Blood doping, yo.
when you train to hold your breath, is there like a method, or you just hold your breath and you go, and I'm purple, and then you let it go?
I mean, it's always about like how well your body translates the oxygen that it needs to your extremities, so like your VO2 max, and then as well as how well your body holds that CO2, your carbon dioxide, or the tolerance for it. Because what you're actually, the urgency to breathe isn't the lack of oxygen; it's the buildup of CO2 in your body.
Oh.
Yeah, so everybody could train to it, push a lactic threshold a little bit. So the more you train to it, the better it is for you.
Because I lost it all. I stopped doing Wim Hof breath techniques for like half a year, and then I tried to hold my breath again. I couldn't even do a minute.
We did when I went to go take his class. When I went to go take his class, like one of the first things we did was like this burpee ladder. So you would like hold your breath, do 1 burpee, and then let it out. Hold your breath again, do 2 burpees, and let it out, and then 3 burpees. So then that way you're like training and priming your body to be able to do work under breath.
He just told me your program. I didn't have to pay for it.
What's a warm up? This is a warm up.
Get the whole thing for free.
Yeah.
But that helped me, like, because we did that before we even got in the pool, right?
How many
we're-
burpees did you do with your breath held?
We only went up to like 4 or 5 or something.
We did 5, yeah.
So we just did that, and then that already got my like confidence up a little bit because their entire class is done underwater. Wow. But at 12 feet too, so you feel the pressure of the. You know when you like when it hurts here and it hurts here, like you're not doing it 3 feet below the surface. You're doing it 12 feet below the surface. So you have to get really comfortable because by the time you feel the urge to need air, you look up and you're like, oh fuck, I still got like another 5-10 seconds before I can get it. Yeah. So it's cool that we were doing the burpee, so it just feels.
Yeah, mentally prep yourself.
Yeah.
Well, actually, everybody can hold their breaths for maybe 2-3 minutes.
But it's my mind that bitches out.
Yeah, it's your mental state.
What's the philosophy behind like working out 12 feet under?
Yeah, so we're actually doing a study right now at ASU, kind of discovering the real benefits to quantify it a little bit more. But when you go underwater, right, and you have the urgency to breathe, you pretty much are faced with like the fight or flight situation, right? Like, hey, do I come up for air, or do I understand my body and my capabilities enough to stay down and then do the things I need to do at first? So the same chemicals are firing off for you if you're in a stressful situation. You're in a gunfight, you're in a meeting at work, or
Robbery.
robbery or whatever that is, and you're more adapted to those chemicals firing off in your brain.
Sometimes I try to not come so fast, and I use the whole breath technique.
But you come faster.
So you could have said that. It's like, hey, if you come too fast when you try to hold your breath, then you got to do my program.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But he's too pussy to put a belt around his neck like I do.
Yeah.
I put a
don't
fucking
do
belt all the way around my neck. I go
you would
3
never.
Not
notches.
encouraged, guys.
3
Not
notches.
encouraged.
Notches, by the way. I don't fuck around.
3 notches. And he got a thick neck too. Look at him.
I heard that's a real thing, by the way. Actually, like
No.
suffocating yourself while you bust a nut.
Yeah, it is.
That's how David Carradine died.
Exactly. Thank you.
Robin Williams? No, just kidding.
No, David Carradine. You think he got that last nut before he died?
I hope to God, I really
hope he did.
I hope you thought
I hope it was worth it.
fucked up too.
He was jacking off and choking himself.
Yeah, in a closet, I think.
Today's video is brought to you by Feels. CBD isn't about what you feel, it's what you do not feel, such as stress, pain, anxiety in the heart.
Yeah.
And you know, I didn't think I would get flight anxiety.
You get flight anxiety now?
Dude, I used to relax like crazy on an airplane, and I don't know what
gets that out
happened.
of nowhere now too.
Flight anxiety?
It's getting older, or even if I drive a little bit faster, she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
And it's like, what the hell, man?
Girl, you need some CBD right now.
That's
You're fucked
exactly
out.
what I did. I got some CBD feels, dropped some tongullations, and I went,
Yeah.
da, 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 and I said, I need to go to sleep because there's no reason why I should be having anxiety on business class right now because this is fun.
That's true, because if you're on Spirit, you might need a whole bottle.
Yeah, that's true. But thank goodness, I just went to sleep,
Yeah.
and I woke up and I was like, you know what? The combination of living in luxury business class with CBD is probably one of the best things on earth because I was literally in the clouds.
And in the clouds.
In the clouds floating.
That's
It was
dope.
wonderful.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Feels is awesome. It's a CBD premium service, and you can just take a couple of drops underneath your tongue, and they even have a hotline that you can call if it's your first time. You're like, this sounds awesome. I do want to try it, but I do want to talk to people about it while I'm doing it. So they have a hotline that you can call at any time.
But if you're on the airplane though, you gotta keep your phone on airplane mode, or
That's
else
true.
the pilot's gonna be confused.
So you got to talk to them before you get on the airplane.
Yep.
So you can become a member today by going to feels.com/offtherecord to get 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's feals.com/OFFTHERECORD to get 50% off plus free shipping. Thank you, Feels.
I feel good. Da, 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 da. He killed his bill.
During jacking off?
The dumbest joke I heard about it was that he died hard, which it's fine.
You know he did.
It's fine.
I'd rather die hard than not.
Genuine question. When you're down there, right, you're holding this rock and you're like, oh fuck, right? How do you get that extra little piece that helps you push through?
It's all about calmness and relaxation. So instead of hyping yourself up underwater, you want to conserve as much energy as possible, right? But if you pump yourself up underwater, your heart beats faster.
That's true.
But what about when you're like out mile 1, right? And you're like, fuck, I gotta do another like 2 or 3 miles of this shit. Like, what's the extra thing that he's like, it's fine, like you can keep
I would
going.
try to use those increments. So we ended up doing 50-meter increments, but taking one breath at 25. So for me, it was like 17 steps going across. Come on.
17? Dude, I get 3 good steps in and I'm back up for fucking air.
Yeah, and then come back down, and then we switched after 50. But for me, I was like, there was a lot of things going on in my mind. I'm like, fuck, do I really want to do this right now?
Yeah, how do you fight through all that shit?
Cause he's got like, my company can't fail, dog.
You know, yeah, well, I mean, it was like, number one was like, hey, I'm doing this to kind of
Turn
rep
the
my
cameras
brand a
off. I'll
little
be in the
bit,
water.
like,
Turn the cameras off.
yeah, kind of rep my brand a little bit. Number one, I didn't want to fail to the SEAL. You know, I didn't want to lose to the Navy SEAL guy. And
But
then,
he's a seal. You got seal swim water.
How long?
true.
How long you doing?
You're a land guy.
what's that?
How long are you doing this for?
We did it for 5 miles.
Okay.
6 hours.
Here's a really stupid question. Are you like pooping and peeing in there, or what's going on?
Yeah.
I peed there. I didn't poop though. I didn't even eat before. I should have ate before. I was so tired.
Oh, what?
Oh shit.
I didn't think it was gonna take 6 hours.
You didn't carbo load?
No, but I did a mile in the pool by myself at like 44 minutes ish. So I was like, oh, I have another person doing it with me. It's gonna be a lot faster.
Were you wearing goggles?
Yeah, we were.
Oh, because the hardest thing doing the rock thing for me is finding the rock
No
that I
goggles.
dropped it.
It's salt water.
Yeah,
that's
and
horrible.
then by the time I find the rock and I touch it, I need air already.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about running with the rock? And then when no one's looking, you're like, fuck, she's kind of heavy. Let me get that.
Well,
He's like, dude, erosion, dude.
Erosion. I don't know.
Salt water really just deteriorated.
Yeah, fucked it up. I kept dropping it and it just broke off, I guess.
so we had this crazy rock from the North Shore Lifeguards. Shout out to them, but it's like their sacred rock running.
Oh, they have one?
Damn, they have a designated rock.
Designated rock that's like a good place, grip hand to hold it.
You guys did it in North Shore?
Yeah.
Damn, that was
In Waimea Bay, where there's no waves right now, but in the winter,
Oh, cool.
the North
Yeah,
Shore
yeah.
has like 5 to 10 foot waves in Waimea Bay.
Yeah,
In Hawaii?
Yeah.
Is there a fuckload of coral? Because that'll be a bitch.
No, it was beautiful. It's just sand, other rocks down there.
You're like, fuck, which rock is
A
it?
turtle, 2 turtles,
That's
I was
some
in
manta
Hanauma
rays.
Bay, and
They're just, why the fuck is this full shell down here in the front?
I was in Hanauma Bay and I was taking out coral left and right.
You were taking them out?
Punching up.
No, I just had flippers on and I was like, I'm 6'4.5". I don't know what the
Block on all of it.
Not reef safe.
I think I should be banned from that location, frankly.
You have to wear like water shoes or anything? Do you get blisters from all the sand?
No, but like, so the water was like 76 or 78 degrees, so it's pretty warm. But if you're in there for 6 hours, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
not for 6 hours.
Yeah, your body tries to warm up the whole ocean. So then we were actually like we're getting really, really cold, so we had to put some wetsuits on.
Oh, they had wetsuits that you could
We
put on?
brought it.
Oh, because you have like a safety boat probably.
Yeah, we had some safeties from the North Shore lifeguards as well. Mo and Joey, shout out to them, they're awesome. But yeah,
How deep did you guys go for the running?
we were trying to stay in between 12 and 15 feet. Deep the whole time.
Okay, let's get deep real quick. Last time you were here, and I really appreciated your honesty. It was awesome. We did ask the expert with you, and it was really fun. But you talked about how you did like a mushroom trip, and it really helped you get through some shit going on. How are you doing now?
I'm doing good. I did another one to kind of a little recharge, but I did a DMT.
Like a shaman ritual type thing?
Shaman ritual. It wasn't like
You
a
did
full
DMT?
cafe. Yeah.
Is that like the whole like DMT and like the new, I guess the new recharge?
I think it's pretty popular right nowadays, especially like in Silicon Valley and like the corporate world, because it allows you to see life at a different perspective, which is the biggest thing. And sometimes people need that stuff. Like, so instead of like looking at your problem set, like, oh, that's horrible for me, and now you might see it as an opportunity for growth, or you might see a company problem as it in a different perspective, so you can help fix your company's problems.
Did you feel like your life was like the darkness or whatever was closing back in, so you needed to recharge, or it was just something like, I just need to go do it?
I think it was both. So I originally did it like the first time, so I have like a shit ton of nightmares and stuff like that. So like when my nightmares come back, I kind of do that to like reset my mind, right? Because it's always about, I don't know if there's like hard studies on it, but it's about neuroplasticity, right? So how well your neural pathways are created. So like PTSD or whatever that is they talk about, or combat stress, or even stress from a regular person. It's easy for you to recollect those same paths if you experience something so traumatic, right, in that pathway in your brain. But what DMT does, or psychedelics, is supposed to renew that pathway, so you create new ones. So it's not as easy for you to recollect those memories. You can still collect them, but it's not, it automatically happens. Like if I hear explosion or whatever, that it doesn't automatically take me to that place.
Wow. Oh shit.
Yeah, so that helps in that kind
Explosion of
of
flowers.
Yeah,
You gotta rewrite history.
some people see that.
Is 4th of July rough for you?
No.
No?
I fucking love lighting fireworks. One of my favorite things to do, dude.
Fuck yeah.
So you described your trip last time. Did you have a different trip this time?
Different experience. Yeah, for sure. I think it's always different going into it, and depending like what intentions you set before, and then how you kind of guide that journey. Because this is like probably my 3rd time doing it, so I was able to kind of facilitate it myself a little bit more mentally, preparing for it, not being so scared and just letting it hit me as hard. And I did a lot smaller dosage.
Was it smoking or drinking?
You smoke it.
Did you do it with the buddy, or you go by yourself?
I did it with my buddy and a shaman. As well.
Fuck yeah.
Shaman.
And the buddy, he has a similar experience with you?
He was in the military with me as well. Out of the military now though. Yeah.
But so you guys have like some sort of bond, and it's like it feels safe to do it.
It feels safe space, yeah.
Because you guys relate on the same stuff, huh? And other people can't relate?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to really relate. Like, we can have completely different issues or whatever it is, but if I am going with someone I trust,
Yeah.
that's the most important
Oh,
part.
that's
Because
true.
you're pretty much, it's out of body of experience. So that could be scary for people because you're not within your own thought process or like something that.
Or you might like
you're
throw
used
up
to.
or shit or something like that.
You might throw up in ayahuasca, but for DMT, I
Yeah.
don't think you will.
Now, I even think about that when I smoke weed. Like, I don't want to be around people I don't know, even if they're cool, because I get paranoid.
I don't like bad vibes people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're gonna get high, you want to be high around people that you trust, because then you just feel comfortable around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right though. Like even if I'm sober, I don't really want to surround people that
Bad vibes. Yeah.
One of my favorite genres, I'm not kidding, is people's trips when they go on DMT. Can you take us there? Can you walk us
Oh,
through
like
what
you
saw?
watch those videos
I
on YouTube?
love those videos, dude. Love them.
This most recent one.
Yeah.
Feel free to exaggerate because we don't know anything.
Yeah, it's okay. So there's multiple types of DMT, pretty much, right? There's a plant-based one that comes off of a specific bark,
Ooh, vegans.
and there's the otak toad one that comes from the poison off that secretes from a
Like they
toad.
literally lick a toad.
I mean, you can, but they
some
take the
toads for
poison off the toad, they dry it up, and they crystallize it, and you
With
smoke
a
it.
Q-tip.
That's cool.
Just
Is
kidding.
there a question?
Oh no, I've seen that happen. Yeah, it's cool.
And then I'm pretty sure ayahuasca is a combination of two different plants that put together that creates a DMT as well. So those are the different types that I know about. But I just did the plant one, this one. So it immediately took me into like a space of different geometrical shapes that turn into like this form of a woman kind of thing.
I love this drug already. This sounds dope.
But not like I couldn't see her face or anything. It was all this geometrical
Even
shapes.
better.
But then like I felt like this huge
faster.
pressure on my chest. Like she just came rushing down on me, like pushing all this weight and pressure on me. And I was like, it's kind of uncomfortable. It's kind of scary or whatever that is. And then like I was like,
But do you just give yourself to the feeling, or do you try to resist?
well, I was trying to resist it a little bit more, but then like at one point I was like, oh, just let it go, just relax, just let it go, just relax. And as soon as that happens, like boom, not like butterflies, but like things kind of dissipated, and then I was like in a space where I felt eternally like free, like just
cool.
stress free, worry free, you know, not happiness,
good.
not sadness, but
Like floating.
just floating, like empty spaces. And I was like, that was the message for me. I was like, hey, sometimes you need to let go of the things you can't control and control the things you can, and then have some knowledge and know the difference of the two different things.
Wow.
How long did the trip last?
I think that one was like maybe 20 minutes ish.
Because I hear it's pretty short.
That seems like a long time.
20 minutes?
Your experience, it's
Probably like Inception.
you lose some type of
Yeah.
time perception.
Because that description sounds similar to LSD for me, or when I took acid one time, but that lasted hours.
LSD's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not like an out of body
It's scary.
experience, you know. It's like a
Dude, LSD is like the Lord of the Rings extended edition.
enough LSD. I mean, back in the
Yeah.
60s and 70s when they were testing LSD, people definitely wrote about some out of body experiences.
Well,
I
and
did
the
it
best
when I was 14 years old, and it was probably the wrong time to do it.
Or the best time.
That explains a lot.
You guys want to do some
part is
mushrooms
that
then?
They tested on people who didn't consent to it. That was pretty good.
COINTELPRO? No.